Lasses, welcome to 9 a.m. News with the Post. I'm Thomas Kowalczyk, and this is Nikki Kaskinas.
Today's top stories: record numbers take to the streets of Chicago in the March for Life.
Blackhawks greet fans after practicing at Johnny's Ice House.
But first, two Chicagoan birders are the first to see a black kite on St. Paul Island off the coast of Alaska. Teresa Jansen on site.
Yes, Nikki, St. Paul is part of the Pribilof Island off the coast of Alaska. Located 750 miles from Anchorage, this remote 40 square miles in Bering Sea is a birder's paradise. It is often called the Galapagos of the North because of the sheer number of bird species that have been spotted here. Almost 250 different types of birds have been seen in the craggy cliffs and flying over the charcoal black sand beaches, but this is the first time that a black kite has made a confirmed appearance. This species usually summers in Europe and winters in the warmer climate of Africa, which makes it particularly surprising that it would show up here on January 3rd. The temperature on St. Paul Island often dips to about 19 degrees, and the annual snowfall tally can reach more than 50 inches, which making it, generally unpalatable for a black kite. I have here with me Liam Shine and JJ Hernan, who found this new bird. I understand that you weren't actually birding when you saw the black kite. Could you tell me about it?
Yes, you see, JJ had gone to get some pizza, except he couldn't get any pizza because the only restaurant on the island was closed. So he got an apple and he was walking back to the hotel we were in. I had just come out to meet him and he says, "Hey Liam, look up! There's a big birdie!" So then I looked up and I saw this silhouette of what I could easily see was a raptor, and then I saw that it was a black kite, which is, as you just said, shouldn't be in the Pribilofs. So I took a picture of it, and where is JJ?
Caw! Caw! Caw!
Thinks he can lure it back in with his caw-caw sound.
I can lure it in with my beautiful bird sound! Caw! Caw!
He's very excited, you see, because this is the first time that a black kite has ever been seen in the Pribilofs, and so this is a very exciting find.
So you have to have specific documentation, right? The sighting has to be confirmed.
Mm-hmm. So shortly after we saw the bird, I had taken a picture, so I sent it to my friend, Eddie Casper, who's an expert on birds. And JJ, we're on TV.
What?
We're on TV. Stop acting like some whatever. Seriously, put the binoculars down. Now you're getting in the way of the camera. Back.
So could you tell me a little bit, more about, how you found the bird?
Well, as I said, JJ was coming back, and then he said, "Look, Liam, there's a big birdie."
He took a picture and the birdie pooped on him!
You seriously, could we have just left that out? I mean, come on.
There you have it, Nikki and Thomas. But, that doesn't really answer the question of why the black kite was here in the first place, and I think you have someone in the studio who can address this question.
Yes, Teresa, thank you. Today, we have Eddie Casper, the ornithology professor.
At Cornell University.
At Cornell University, thank you. And he's going to tell us, why is this bird so far out of its natural habitat?
Well, this bird, no one really knows right now. This bird could have been blown off course by some storm in somewhere in India or Australia. This bird's not even supposed to be like this far north during the winter. It normally winters in Australia and India and Africa, so way down south. So we don't really know why it's all the way up in the Pribilofs of Alaska, about 3,000 or 4,000 miles away from its natural range.
Is there any chance that this bird will be seen again?
I do not think so because of the conditions and how fast the bird flew by the people. So
Let's hope that the bird made it someplace warm. My understanding is that the storm is beginning to rage on the island and something fierce. Let's turn to our weatherman, Connor Hernan, for the weather. Connor!
That's right, Thomas. The bird, Teresa, and everybody else should start thinking about hunkering down ASAP.
Barometric pressure is dropping and hurricane-strength winds are expected. Same thing happened last winter. Take a look at that swirling mass created in the Bering Sea. Waves up to 40 feet have been reported.
How about the temperature? Is the weather balmy?
No, far from it. My expected low is about 19 degrees, and with the combo of high winds, big waves, and cold weather, that poor bird is probably really regretting whatever wrong turn landed him on this island.
Sounds like he could be literally blown away.
Sure, I guess.
Despite the cold and somewhat hideous weather, developer Jeff is trying to expand airport on the island. Why, Jeff? Why would you want to do this?
What was your question?
Why do you want to expand the airport on the island?
Well, if you ever want to get to the island, you have to fly there. It's very secluded, so it's hard to get there. And unless you're going to walk on water, it's not possible, so you have to fly an airplane in. And if you fly your airplane in, it has to be a big airport, you know.
Yes.
And if the birds have to go for my airplane, better that the birds go and get stuck in my airplane engines when my airplane's taken off. And then people will die from the airplane and the birds being in the engine. And that would be bad. So if we have to get rid of the birds, that's fine. I mean, like, I'll just blow up the trees, get rid of the birds.
I have a question. If the birds fly into your engines,
How many
does that
runways
mean-
and terminals are you planning?
I'm planning to have many terminals, so many terminals that you can fit so many planes in there, and so many planes that you can fly so many people, and if you fly so many people, then you can see so many birds.
how many birds?
But the birds will be off the island, so it won't even matter.
Well, your plan is not smooth sailing, though, because protesters have been out full force, making it difficult for you to continue.
Yes, did you ever hear of the Not My President signs that have been going
Yes.
around? Yeah. Well, there's some weird people that, they just like to protest, and so they came out to protest my airport. So I'm just going to fly one of my planes in there. I already have a guy on the phone. I just got off the phone with him. He's going to fly his airplane in and crash, and they're all going to go bye-bye.
I like that idea. On to the protesters.
Save the birds! Save the birds! The birds!
If you don't save the birds, I will come for you.
That's scary! Save the birds! Save the birds!
Save them!
Save them! Save the birds!
We love trees. Mwah. Trees. Keep the trees. Mwah. Keep the trees.
How do you answer them? Do you have plans to protect the environment?
Sorry, what? I fell asleep during the video. What happened?
Do you have plans to protect the environment? Like, are you gonna do something to owl?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to cover it. I will protect it very nicely under the cement of the runway. It will be a premium cement runway, and it's going to be beautiful, and it's going to look premium. And did I ever tell you I have one just like it at my house in Paris? Did you ever see my house in Paris? It's got this big runway right up to the house, and I run up that runway every day in my shirt here, and I just run. And sometimes my glasses fall off, and then I gotta run the second time so I can pick up my glasses.
Is that the house on top of all the buried ancient Indian burial grounds?
No, I took a national park and I covered it in cement.
Patrick Severance of the Tree Huggers Association might not agree. He is standing with Teresa Jansen on the island now.
We're back on St. Paul Island with Patrick Severance, who is part of the Tree Huggers Association, and he is very strongly protesting Jeff's airport. So Patrick, can you tell me a little bit about, how you feel about this airport?
It's terrible. It's terrible.
What do you think is so terrible about it?
I don't know. Well, it's ruining the environment.
What do you plan to do to, stop Jeff's airport and keep, the environment the way it is?
I'm making trees. I'm making trees. And so, all you need is a pole or a stick and a staple gun and some leaves. And then if you water every single day, then it might grow bigger than your house.
Thank you, Patrick. Back to you, Nikki and Thomas.
Are you shivering in your shivering short shoes? That's what I would have asked him.
Yes, one would wonder. After a break, we'll hear about Hell's Roaring Ranch, which offers non-tech vacation in this high-tech world.
Amen.
Go.
Today, yes, thank you, Teresa. Today, we have Eddie Casper, an ornithology expert here with us. He is going to tell us why is this bird so far out of its natural habitat?
Cut.
What?
No, we need serious. But this is the first time that a black kite has been seen in on St. Paul Island.
How do you answer them?
You're asking him.
To you, the plan last season. Welcome to 9 a.m. News with the Post.
It's okay, wait for it. It's still focusing. Are you serious? Did you just unfocus the camera? Eddie, okay.
Blackhawk greets fans after practices.
You gotta go to jail, fine.
What?
11 Foxtrot highlight.
As a dog's member.
But first, two Chicagoan birders are on this island.
Located 750 miles.
During the winter, it normally winters in Australia and India and Africa.
So you have to have specific documentation, right? The sighting has to be confirmed.
I sent it to my
Love is all you need.
All scared of pretty girls and starting conversations. So all my friends are turning green.
Problem is, I have to follow your pitch, not mine. If you're the one that
I'm
started.
singing in the right key. You sing in a different key?